Welcome to another episode of Trending Niches. Today I'm in a completely different location, in case you didn't notice. I made it out of my office for the first time in years, but all jokes aside, I'm currently in Malaga, Spain. So if you've ever been in Malaga, let me know in the comments down below, and also maybe give your opinion what you actually thought of Malaga. I apologize if the sound is kind of rubbish or if the lighting doesn't look very good. This is my first time doing this sort of improvised travel setup, so I still have to learn a bit with it. One thing I wanted to mention before we get into the trends is that I've recently had a lot of questions about my freebies, my free downloads, because the website that I used to host them on was broken. However, now I've got a new website where you can download all of my free stuff. It will be linked somewhere at the top of the description, so check that out. And you can also get my paid bundles on there in case you were trying to purchase those. But again, like the links were all broken. So yeah, I hope that helps you out. If you've never heard of the free downloads, just check them out. There's quite a bunch of them. There's graphics, textures, mockups, prompt guides, all sorts of things to help you out with getting started in the print-on-demand field. And without further ado, let's jump into the Amazon merch trends. Niche number one is Gen X raised on hose water and neglect. Now, this has just suddenly started to trend, and I've seen a lot of new t-shirts getting sales. The best sellers right here have been posted sort of 3 or 4 months ago, but none of them really have many reviews. Literally, the bestseller has 0 reviews with a 46,000 BSR, and then we've got 1 review over here, 2 reviews, 0 reviews. So there is a lot of potential still in this niche, and the competition doesn't seem to be very high. We've also got some newcomers popping up right here. So this one, very simple text-based design, published 6 days ago, 180 KBSR. I wanted to show you a different screen as well on the Seller Trends tab, where I've got this filtered by the newest listed designs and just showing newcomers. So you can see what's working for people that have just recently posted a new design to this niche. So we've got the vintage sunset style right here, posted literally 3 days ago, and it's got a 600 KBSR. Then we've got the simple text design, which I just pointed out. We've got groovy as well. The groovy fonts seem to be working. We've got right here black text on, is that asphalt or is that, no, this is just having a blank, oh, this is slate, and then we've got asphalt underneath. So it seems to be working in different styles. We've also got this cassette tape over here, published 19 days ago. This doesn't have, an amazing BSR, but it just shows that there's a bunch of different styles that seem to work, and there's a few designs in the UK as well that are starting to sell. So this does seem to be a niche that works across different marketplaces. And yeah, most of the designs in it are fairly recent with low reviews and low BSRs, which is always a good combination. Next up, we've got an interesting trend because this is a very sort of simple text-based design that's been around for quite some time. However, there's a new version of it which has suddenly started to trend. So the phrase, or the original phrase, is "I'm very vulnerable right now if any bad bitches want to take advantage of me." And we've got a bunch of bestsellers right here, 15K BSR, 27K, 35K. So you can see this is doing really, really well. However, if we scroll down, you can see a lot of these new badges, and these are designs posted 10 days ago, 11 days ago, 9 days ago, and they're all doing extremely well. However, the sentence in these is always slightly different because it says, "If any goth girls would like to take advantage of me." And that is literally all of the recently posted ones. There's one in the French marketplace as well. We've got one in the UK marketplace posted 7 days ago, and this one says, "If any Latinas would like to take advantage of me." So I think you can tell that there's different versions of this sentence that can definitely resonate with people. However, at the moment, the goth girl version definitely seems to be just, really blowing up. Not sure why. I have had a quick look. I can't see many songs or whatever attached to it. It just appears to be a meme to me. If there's any danger to this, if anyone knows the backstory and if it is dangerous, then let us know in the comments. But for now, this is definitely a really hot trend. Very simple design style, and an interesting, funny phrase that seems to be working in multiple marketplaces and getting really good BSRs, even with new listings. Trend number 3 is the Dominican Republic. Why am I recommending this? It's because the Independence Day of the Dominican Republic is actually on the 27th of February. So you've got about 2 weeks until that's happening, and a bunch of people are going to be buying t-shirts to sort of run or show off their colors. And yeah, this niche is just going to get a lot more sales at the moment than it is throughout the rest of the year, and especially if you link it to some other topics as well, that should help you out. Like one of the best sellers is a little boy dabbing. We've got some baseball themed stuff. We've got a heartbeat design. We've got a butterfly over here with the flag of the Dominican Republic. So there's a bunch of different ways to approach it, and at the moment there's definitely a lot of demand for these sorts of designs. So yeah, I hope this helps you out. Going to be trending for another couple of weeks, but overall it's still an evergreen niche that can get sales throughout the entire year. So it's worth considering. It's not just something that's going to completely die out and never get you a sale again once the Independence Day has passed. Moving on, we've got another really hot trend that is extremely new. However, I will tell you from the start, this one you should proceed with caution, at least on Amazon. However, this trend will definitely work on other platforms as well. So the phrase is, I need money to go back to 1941 so I can give Joe Biden's dad a condom. These sorts of controversial political jokes often, they might get you rejections, or they will just get your designs removed in future if they do get through. That's why I would be very careful here with Amazon. However, because it's such a new trend, you can literally see all of these designs that are showing in Flying Research have been posted in the last 10 days or less. Now, one of them is 13 days ago, but the rest is all within 10 or 11 days. So a lot of demand right now, and there will be less competition just by the nature of it, having popped up a few days ago. So do consider it for other platforms. On Amazon, only if you're a big risk taker. Like I personally wouldn't try and list this on Amazon merch, but I could see this working on other platforms as well, like TeePublic, Etsy, Spreadshirt, wherever you might be selling. Right, niche number 5 is endometriosis awareness, which is during March, so you've got a few weeks to prepare for this one. It is an awareness topic that I hadn't heard of before, and I was actually made aware of it through Michael Vandervoort. I hope I pronounced that right. I probably didn't, but he's got a really good YouTube channel. He shares new niches, trending niches all the time. I highly recommend checking his channel out. I actually interviewed him just recently on my channel, asking for tips and tricks, how he finds his niches, etc. So make sure to check that interview out if you missed it. I think it's highly valuable, and his channel is massively underrated. So thanks, Mike, for providing this niche, and it is one that's going to be doing really, really good in 2 weeks' time, and then throughout March. Bit of a head start right here. And the color scheme for this niche is yellow, as you can obviously see. And we've got a bunch of the ribbons, butterflies, and the designs that are typical for these sort of awareness topics. We've got rainbows, we've got American flags, so you know what to expect with these. And they do tend to trend every single month, just for a different type of topic usually. In this case, I would recommend doing some research, seeing what it is about, and then you can make more specific designs for it. At the top, we've already got some listings right here doing pretty well with a 76,000 BSR, 100,000, 111, and that is 2 weeks ahead of the actual trend, which is a good sign. So yeah, I hope this helps you out. Get some designs up there early, make them unique, make them stand out. Make them maybe specific to the year as well, or include some keywords in there related to 2024, and I hope this trend will help you get some sales. Another upcoming trend, which is always massive for t-shirt sales and is already trending a lot right now, is definitely Pi Day. And Pi Day is on the 14th of March, and you can see right here we've already got some designs below a 20,000 BSR, which is crazy. And these sorts of spiral designs that you can see right here in the middle, I've actually got a tutorial for this type of design in Adobe Illustrator that I made last year leading up to Pi Day, so check that out if you want to recreate this sort of spiral design. In this niche though, creativity is key because it is more competitive, It is very well known. A bunch of these designs are long established, like 3,000 days ago this one was posted. So you do have some tough competition, but the good thing is there is so many sub niches in the Pi Day niche that you will definitely have an easier time niching down, finding some more specific topics and phrases. What I would say though, like just looking through these designs, don't copy this color scheme because it's very reminiscent of the Captain America shield, I think. Then we've also got the Godmother. Not sure why the Godmother is showing up in this, but that is related to the Godfather movie logo, so don't copy that style. It's got nothing to do with Pi Day, but nevertheless. But yeah, as you can see, there is so many different designs. Center, we've got pumpkin pie, we've got pirate, we've got this funny design style, which always does really well. Then we've got a Star Wars ripoff, don't copy that. We've got an apple, and we've got the speech bubbles over here, another pumpkin themed design. And yeah, I mean, the possibilities are endless. This almost looks like the design from my tutorial, to be honest. I also had this sort of watercolor overlay, or tie-dye overlay I should say, actually. But yeah, I mean, check out the Pi Day niche. Whilst it is competitive, it does have a lot of sales volume because as I'm recording this, we're still 1 month out, and I've scrolled down forever and we're still in the 200k BSR range, which is absolutely mental. So this is definitely a massive trend that always starts quite early and peaks extremely high about a week before the event. So definitely don't ignore it. You have got a chance to make sales right here just by the sheer fact that there's a lot of demand. And we're on to niche number 7 now. The trends on Amazon are absolutely endless today. This one is St. Patrick's Day. One of the biggest trends throughout the year when it comes to t-shirt sales. It is bigger than Pi Day for sure, and it is happening on the 17th of March this year, if I'm not mistaken, and that means you've got another 4 weeks of this selling really, really well. The top seller's got a 5,900 BSR, luckiest teacher ever. That is a very common sort of scalable phrase in this niche. St. Patrick's Day, luckiest something ever, right? And overall, what you're going to see is a lot of shamrocks, clovers in the designs. You will see a bunch of stuff aimed at kids specifically, then also a lot of drinking related designs, sort of funny drinking jokes. We've got some gaming designs, we've got gnomes, American flags. Then you will see some job specific stuff, whereas the nurse design, here we go, we've got a nurse one. Then we've got Irish and Scottish as well. So there's a lot of different sub niches. Again, this is highly competitive, like Pi Day, but just the fact that there's so many people buying t-shirts for this already 4 weeks ahead of the event means that if you have got a really good design, and if you have got a sub niche for St. Patrick's Day that has less competition but still good demand, then you can definitely get sales here still with a new listing. I do get sales in the St. Patrick's Day niche, and it's not a shirt that says Happy St. Patrick's Day. It is sort of a funny joke that's related to a specific interest that people have in general. Like it's an evergreen niche mixed with St. Patrick's Day and a funny phrase, and that's where I'm getting my sales for this topic, and that's how I would approach it as well if I was in a lower tier. So yeah, I hope that helps you out. Definitely do some extra research, dig deeper, find sub niches, and don't just copy the first design that you find at the top of these results with the lowest BSR, and that's going to make you struggle for sure. The first Redbubble trend I found for you is liver puns with only 84 results, and puns do really, really well when it comes to print on demand designs. That is definitely not a secret, so always good to find some inspiration. So let's just look at a few examples right here. We've got "You can do it, I be liver in you," which I don't necessarily find very funny, but I mean it's ranking very high. Then we've got liver, laugh, love, instead of live, laugh, love. I think these ones down here are a bit better. We've got 4 different stickers in one. It says "I love you" for a brain. Then "I'm a liver, not a hater," and lemonade. So Yeah, that's pretty cool. Again, I'm a liver, not a hater. Cry me a liver, that one's pretty good. This literally just says I'm a liver. So, I mean, yeah, it's always worth looking at these sort of pun-related topics for inspiration and for some new phrase ideas. So, yeah, liver puns currently trending on Redbubble. For this next trend, I found a sub-niche to yoga. Very unexpectedly, chair yoga is trending on Redbubble with only 92 results. Didn't know that's a thing, but apparently it is. The first design is a sticker that says chair yoga, it's still yoga. We've got relaxation right here as a sticker. That could also work well as a poster, to be honest. Very nice sort of balanced design with a lot of white space or negative space in this yellow, which I really like. We've got a frog doing yoga. We've got Queen Elizabeth saying chair yoga queen. Don't know why. We've got a pug chair yoga with just 4 chairs. I mean, there's a bunch of different designs for this, which is interesting. We've got some simple text-based stuff like chair yoga boss, hooked on chair yoga legend. Then we've got a bunch of frogs on chairs as well, or frogs doing yoga. Yeah, a bit of a strange niche, right? But as you scroll down further, a lot of these designs turn into very broad, generic yoga stuff. So the actual competition for chair yoga is even less than the initial search results indicate. Next up, we've got Whiskey Helps with 146 results. This one is fairly self-explanatory. It is about the alcohol, and we've mostly got some very simple text-based stuff, although some people put in some effort, like life happens, whiskey helps. I quite like this phrase and the design layout. The text with this sort of, shading of dark brown and then light brown underneath. It looks really, really cool. Love that design of this sticker. And notice as well that this is a scalable phrase. I think I actually saw another one down here. Yeah, rum helps. So it works for different types of alcohol, and I'm sure it also works for other stuff besides just alcohol. So bear that in mind. Scalable phrase alert. My spirit animal whiskey, that's a good one. I have known of the spirit animal phrase, but I've never seen it applied to alcohol. That's definitely an interesting spin. So yeah, Whiskey Helps, trending on Redbubble, and it has potential to be scaled out to other niches as well. You've got some related searches as well, in case you were wondering what to use potentially for keywords and such. And lastly, we've got Slow Cooker with 198 results. Sort of a cooking sub-niche, I suppose. And there's a bunch of different designs for this. A lot of them actually have a turtle in it, sort of dressed up as a chef. One thing I would watch out for, though, in this niche is a bunch of these designs or phrases say crock in it. So like we've got crock star over here, crock pot queen. That's something that I wouldn't do, because from my Google research, I kind of gathered that crock is like a type of slow cooker, or a brand name for slow cookers. So don't include that on your phrase or on your keywords or anything. Whilst there is designs selling with that name, it is definitely against the rules. It's infringing on the intellectual property. So stay away from it. Just make it more generic about slow cooking, and yeah, don't use any brand names. Got me a slow cooker. We've got it with a sloth as well. I could definitely see that working. So any animal that is slow, basically, with a funny phrase and slow cooking, seems to have some interest. Is print on demand too saturated? Make sure to watch this video next to hear my opinion about this topic.